Today is National Foster Care Month, and Cortney Jones is here with us now, the founder and executive director of Change One, talking about the importance of supporting foster youth. And we're talking about, especially as these foster kids age out of the system, right? Where do they go? It's a big concern, right?
Yeah, it is a really big concern about kids that are aging out of the foster care system. May is Foster Care Awareness Month, and so for kids that are aging out, that means that they did not get adopted or reunified with their biological family.
And that happens a lot too often, right? You actually have firsthand experience about this. Can you talk a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, so I grew up in the foster care system myself for 10 years, and then I aged out of the foster care system into homelessness. And then after that, I was able to get an opportunity to go to college because the state of Texas provides tuition free for young people that age out of foster care. So I became a social worker and have been able to impact and give back through changing legislation and policy.
And the policy that you want to see right now change, how is this going to help the people out there in foster care, the young men and women?
Yeah, so the policy that we are trying to change is to make sure that any kid that has been abused, neglected, or exploited when they age out of the foster care system, that they actually have a fighting chance and that they don't become homeless as a result of turning 18. So that's what we're currently working on, to make sure that we have young people that are successful contributing members of society.
Are you looking for counselors, for actual physical housing or education? What's the goal, or is it all of it?
Yeah, so right now there is a lot of movement going on with trying to prevent kids from becoming homeless as a result of turning 18. So we're wanting support from the community in regards to funding so that we can provide case management for young people, mentorship for young people, and partners that want to make sure that life skills are given to these young people as they're emerging into their adulthood.
And mentorship is so important. And for you, I mean, to go from, again, you pulled yourself up, but you had help from a mentor, right?
Yes, I had help from a mentor. And the reason why, I started Change One is because it only takes one person to make a difference in the life of a young person. We have over 300,000 kids in the foster care system nationally. And in the state of Texas, we have about 20,000 kids that are in the foster care system. And right in Austin, we have about 1,200 at any given time. So that is a large need in our community for mentors and people to give back to this population.
Well, if they want to give back, whether it's financially or with counselor, how can they get a hold of you or what you're trying to do? Yeah,
I would most definitely say for individuals that want to give back at a large scale, I would say you can become a foster parent, an adoptive parent. You can even become a respite care provider. That is a trained babysitter to give a foster parent a break. And then you can also become a CASA volunteer. That is someone that goes into the court after mentoring a young person and advocating on their behalf that they can have a visit with their family or their siblings. So there's so many different ways. But the most important and last way I would say is that if they want to support transition age youth, they can always go to www.changeone.org, and we welcome your support.